no bonus time, and we're starting off with the Slippery team because I know you guys want to see how strong UZ plus Marine is. Now, they don't have a fast fever. They do have a fever extender, but we've got 3 Unity characters, and if I had the Kyra, it'd be 4. And then we have UZ Mercury Asu. Mercury Asu is better than the Anniversary Venoct because even though Venoct can get his Soultimate easier, you're still, like, spending time outside of fever time because you don't have a fast fever. So you might as well just bring Mercury Asu, who's not that difficult to get, by the way. It's the only people that are complaining, or I guess just have skill issues or something, because, like Seiryu also can't get his Soultimate. So you're still trying to get that anyway, so it's not that big a deal. So we're able to use Easy plus Roxy, get crits every now and then, which is really cool. As you can see, 1.3 million and 3 Soultimates. We're then going to use Mercury Asu in order to inflate 4. We're then going to pop him for an attack boost. We're then going to Roxy, get a clutch redrop, by the way, and then get another redrop. So I use this bonus ball to inflate it, so that way it doesn't pop when I use the Roxy Salt. So we can then use Marine's Ultimate in order to Salt fill it, and then get another Roxy. And then, with a bunch of crits and stuff like that, we're able to do a whopping 3.7 million. Not too bad in all honesty. Next up we have the Eerie team. Now the cool thing I like about Eerie is that they have tons of stats. 21,583 for me. Granted, my Arachnus is LB10, but that really doesn't change anything. So, the cool thing with Eerie is that they can literally chain themselves to death. They can, like, literally, it's really simple to do. It's a little bit RNG based, but not even if you win. You always win with Eerie. It's just, how much do you overkill with Eerie? That's really based on RNG. So, not the biggest deal. I mean, what's-his-face Rimmer's kind of being a pain here, but whatever, it's fine. So we're able to EX pop and then, you know, Fever Extend and all that. Do a little link so that way we can have a Mimi to inflate with herself, because obviously, more chainability is really good. Get 2 drop bigs for Rimuru, and then luckily get another Mimi, which is pretty cool. So we then EX pop, get Mimi here, G-Salt back. Then with the power of bonus balls, we're able to get another size 3 Mimi, which is pretty nice. So that means that we're able to use Saku-chan, but I actually don't use Saku-chan this whole time, but doesn't matter. So we're able to use Arachnus in order to Soul Fill, then get another Lapras. I could, if I was, like, paying attention and had, like, task level reactions, I could have done an Inflate 4 with Mimi, and then used Assault, but whatever. So I actually don't use Saku-chan this whole time, just because, I don't know, I just didn't. It really just happened to work out like this. I felt like, oh, I could actually get a little more Soultimates without it, and then I'll save it for later. But, whatever. 4.2 million. Not the craziest I've ever done, but, you know, still pretty dang high in all honesty. Next up, we have the Charming team. Now, Charming actually does 10% more damage, which makes their actual damage a little bit less impressive than it is here, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter. So, Charming, with the UZ plus Jabanyan, I don't really think is all that much better, so really doesn't make a difference that we're using Blizzaria instead of Jabanyan. Now, I am doing a double fever strat here because, as you can see, I do not have Komaki Salt. So I do actually take an extra normal, but, I mean, it's not really that bad. So, it's fine, just because, you know, Charming does 10% more damage, so might as well take advantage of that extra damage. So we're going to dodge a counter here, so kind of a shame, but whatever. So we're then going to use Elzamechia, get a Rubius, because then we'll be able to pop the damage balls and all that. We're then going to link some Blizzaria so that way I can use her Salt, and that way it's ready for Komaki. We're then going to use our terrible skills and only link 3 Blizzarias total, so yeah. We're then going to use Blizzaria right here. She's going to do like 500k, and that's going to be it because I only saw that later. 2.74 million. Not too bad. Next up, we have the Tough team. Now, since Charming does 10% more damage, Tough does 10% less. So, I have this kind of skill issue with Tough, to where I just, like, run out of fever time. That's just it. That's the only skill issue I have with them. I mean, sometimes I can struggle to do the REM trick, but that's just because I think Android just lags more than iPhone. But I've even been told that iPhone lags, so maybe optimize your game, NHN, instead of making the pause button dysfunctional. But whatever. So we're going to REM trick right here, do a Future Ren, because, of course, we're going to do lots of damage. It's crazy how much damage they do, like, and it's just not that impressive. Like, 670k? Oh, God. Not again. Okay, whatever. So we're going to inflate 4 with Hangetsu, and then use Jibanyan for another Rem trick, and now we're going to spam Hangetsus the best we can. Except I actually don't spam Hangetsus that well, because no drop bigs, because of course. So, we actually have to use Tamanten Ren right here, because running out of fever time. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. We're going to inflate 4 with Hangetsu. If I had more fever time, which is something Yokaiju would be able to provide, we'd be able to do more damage, but we have to settle for, you know, a measly 2.65 million. Would have been like, I don't know, 2.9 neutral. Next up, we have the Heartful team. Heartful also does 10% more damage. We're getting these out of the way quickly. Heartful, nothing really too special about them, since I have Elzamekia, and I've had her for a little bit now. She's, like, cool and all. I mean, she's, like, very strong, especially on a tribe, like, neutral stage. I mean, tribe advantage stage. So, yeah, she's pretty nice to have, especially with that extra unity. So Zodiac is also really nice to have, because she's incredibly spammable and very easy to get the Soultimate for. Not as easy as Head of Steam, but then again, I don't pay for Yomas, because I don't like them at all. Because they cuck my Y point gain. Anyways, like, at least Nyanbos have, like, existed forever, and I've had to accept it. I don't want to accept Nyanbo 2, and especially since most of them suck. Like, whatever. So we're going to try to get another Doll U, but I actually do barely manage to do it. However, we have very little fever time left, and I'm going to do 4 Soultimates in that fever time. It's crazy. So Zodiac is very easy to spam the Soultimate for, because she only needs like a size 8 Puni to get her G-Sult. And Doll U happens to drop a large Puni during her EX pop. So we get a Zodiac G-Sult for a whopping 3.56 million. It's like, I don't know, like 3.2 million neutral. Next up, we have the Shady team. Now, Shady's in this weird spot where they're both, like, good when they have dead time, but then they're bad when they don't. Mainly because their chain ability without dead time is really, really bad. Because, believe it or not, there's no character here that can get their Soultimate very easily, aside from Miyabi, and she doesn't do enough damage by herself. Now, Jane being able to guard and heal is very useful. However, I don't get the heal here, so yeah. It's a 57% chance, by the way, and I failed it, so yeah. Doesn't matter, though. So, they don't have a fast fever either, which is weird. We have a lot of teams that don't have fast fevers, but whatever. So we stall as long as we can, so that way we can have Jane actually fire in fever time. Pretty cool. We're then going to Link Big. Miyabi having Link Big is so useful, it's like actually ridiculous. We're then going to use Yashiro, so that way we can, you know, do crazy damage. Now we're going to try to get another Miyabi. And then we're going to try to get another Black Hole Asu, because we actually need him in order to chain. I tried to get another another Jane, because being able to heal again would just be funny, but I did not manage to succeed, sadly. We're very close, though, and I could have done it just for funnies, but I did not. So after we do this Miyabi, we're able to do a Yashiro, and do a pretty, you know, not too bad, like a pretty average 2.6 million. So, not too bad. Not the worst, but definitely could be better. Next up, we have the HOLOLIVE team. Now, the thing with the HOLOLIVE team is that I think they're, like, the worst team in the game. But they're able to be carried by luck and by being a Subaru supporter. The cool thing with Subaru is that she has guards. Works really well with Marine having crits. We took one normal, by the way, and we guarded it. So, she also works really well with Yuzi Okayu. The cool thing about Yuzi Okayu is that she is a Soultimate filler. And now, if you notice, Subaru, her Soultimate is making 2 large bonus balls. Works really well when we have 2 Soultimate fillers on the team. So after we do this Pekko, we're able to use Subaru, get some crits every now and then, by the way, and some guards every now and then, just for, like, extra little bit of flair. So we're able to use Marine in order to Soult fill this Pekko. We're then able to use Pekko, and then after Pekko's done, we're going to be able to pop this large bonus ball, and then use Okayu in order to Soult fill and get everybody else again. They're pretty spammable as long as you can actually get the Soultimates and like the good Puni luck. So yeah, I really like the HOLOLIVE team when they work. It only took like 3 tries, by the way, and I got like absolutely carried by luck. So the second worst team or no, the worst team, is able to still do a whopping 3 million. That's pretty good in all honesty. Next up, we have the Brave team. Now, the thing with Brave is they also have Subaru, but they are not able to be carried by luck. I mean, good luck would like Subaru do normal damage. So, I'm so mad that they made her a crit soul. They literally could have made her like a rearranger, like please. Literally anything that's just at least consistent. Whatever. So Brave, they really kind of need something to do when Megumin's firing. If we could get like a dead time, but for Brave, that's like free to play, please. That'd be cool. So yeah, we're also going to just stall, so that way after dead time does some normals, we're able to get into fever time with as much HP as possible, while still making sure Megumin's able to fire. So yeah, after we EX pop, we fever extend, but first we need to make sure that we have more Soultimates to do, because obviously our chaining is not that good. Yuzi plus Mara is really good, but she's almost a year old, and she doesn't have Unity, she's just like 100 combo pop. Meanwhile, Slippery has Roxy, who is literally just Mara, but with Unity, so I really wish Brave could get something useful like that, but I don't think they will for a while, because, I don't know, maybe they think Brave is good? They're, like, fine, but every other team has caught up and surpassed them, except for the Enma team. And the HOLOLIVE team, I guess, but the HOLOLIVE team's more of, like, a meme team. But still, 2.6 million tribe disadvantage. That could be worse. Next up, we have the Enma team. Now, Enma is the second worst team in the game. We're getting, like, the bottom three, right, back to back to back. So, the thing with Enma is that if I had, New Year's Kyra, I'd actually be able to run the new mid-event Enma, assuming, you know, he didn't have a throne bonus, but he does. So the cool thing about, Yuzi plus Enma is that he's got Link Big, which works really well when you're spamming Soultimates, because, believe it or not, the Enma team doesn't have a way to spam Soultimates. Now, Jane would provide more stats, but because of the double revive that we would have by running both the Annie Enma and Goen, what's his name is? The Yuzi plus King Enma, we'd be able to have additional Soultimates for outside of Fever Time as well, so our chain ability wouldn't be too bad. So, we're going to Soult Fill, then going to use a Melik, and then a King Enma, and then another Melik. However, you'll notice we're not really close to killing. That's because the Enma team has, like, no damage at all. But thankfully, we have enough stats to where we're able to take a couple extra counters and a couple extra normals. And we gotta try to get Melik's Soult. If I tried to get his G-Soult, but it wouldn't be enough. So it's actually better to save it, and then do my best to get his normal Soult, and then finish off the enemy. So, we got the win. It wasn't too bad, but it could have been easier. I could have. Next up, we have the Mysterious team. And Mysterious, they really just need, like, a Yuzi plus Unity. Like, give them something, NHN. Like, they're so, like, good, but they're held back by their stats. As soon as they get, if they got, like, a Unity guard character that's, like, an Inflate 4 or something, they would be so broken. It'd be crazy. So, even though they only have one UZ plus, believe it or not, most UZ plus are pretty mid. So, it doesn't really matter that they don't have a UZ plus aside from Salome, because Rimuru right here is able to make up that difference, because the attack boost skill on a 100 combo pop with Link Big is really, really good, because it allows them to absolutely skyrocket their damage to ridiculous levels for how much Unity they have. So we're able to EX pop. We only have 12,000 HP remaining. Doesn't matter. So we're able to Link Big right here, just so that way once I use Rimuru, I make sure I pop something at least, aside from the damage balls, because if you only hit the damage balls, you do 0 damage. Kinda stupid, and that's why I hate them. So, we're going to Soult Fill in order to get both Rimuru and Salome. We're then going to use both those Soultimates, and as you can see, we're already able to kill the throne as long as we, like, use Akane outside of Fever Time. I mean, maybe we need, like, another Soult, but whatever. So I just popped a little bit of extra Rimuru so that way we can get more attack procs. We're then going to use Rimuru and then an Aqua, just for a pretty crazy amount of damage. As you can see, 3 million right there. We already matched the HOLOLIVE team. And then we're going to take a step further, 3.38 million. Pretty nice. And finally, we have the Ginga team. Now, the funny thing about Ginga is that they're better than Brave, just flat out. Like, they're better than Brave, they're better than Enma, and they're better than the HOLOLIVE team. So this team, which is mainly just Slippery and Shady combined with Ginga characters, is actually pretty good. The main problem they have is just, like, what's his face, Moon Asu, kind of struggles to get his Soultimate, but once you get his Soultimate, they're really chainable, because Mika, Hyokutsu, and, what's her name? Mangetsu, even though they all have drop big, they're really, like, easy to spam with each other. It's pretty fun. So we're able to use Kyogutsu, get a ton of spams and stuff to get another Moon Asu because he hits really hard. So that's pretty cool. We're then going to use as many Kyogutsus as we can. We're then going to use a Moon Asu just because we can. We're then going to use Mangetsu even though she's a select popper. Because she's buffed by Unity, it kind of makes up a bit of difference. So we're then going to use another Kyogutsu, and then going to use another Mangetsu. We're then going to use Mika, because she's like the only salt we have, and it just potentially can get us a Kyogutsu. However, it did not. So we're then going to use Mangetsu right here, and then 2.7 million. Hope you enjoyed. No bonuses. They're fun.